welcome on in to a 15-minute core stamina and stretch. So we're going to spend the first 10 minutes of this 15-minute workout working on core stamina and strength, and then we're going to spend the last 5 minutes working on very specific stretches that are going to leave you feeling fantastic. This is perfect as a quick core standalone or as a core finisher with that added stretch at the end. We're going to try to move through all the core movements without breaks, but I'm going to just say, please take breaks as needed. We're getting into our first move right here. We're going to change every single minute. So come into a low plank. And now you can do this first move on your toes, as you're seeing right now, or you can drop down to your knees. Now the thing about this workout is that there are options and levels. So level 1 is a plank hold, and you can go with knees. The step up from there is going to be a regular plank. And then you can add on from there a seesaw, which is a front to back motion, which is going to add a little bit more of a dynamic movement to it and a functional component. And I also have really thought through this strategically, so we're going to go between prone, which we're in right now, and then supine positions. I have 5 exercises, and we're going to repeat them twice, so you get 2 chances. And the transitions are really quick. This is meant to be kind of a keep going, but also go at your own pace. So next, in 5 seconds, 2 seconds, we're going to flip around. We're going to go into a double V sweep. So I want you to start with an extension overhead and then come up all the way to a V. And just like the plank, there's options. You can bend your knees. You can also come all the way through and extend up. So exhale. And I don't want you to feel rushed. I want you to really move through solid range of motion, great form, and just be thinking about the fact that the time under tension is what I'm going for. So the stamina piece is keep moving. We're not necessarily trying to race the clock. We're trying to utilize the time that we have to really challenge our core and improve stamina and strength. 15 seconds. We're going to go back into a plank position, this time in a high plank. Good. A few more. Really feel the core light up as you lift up. 3, 2, 1. Flip around. So high plank position. We're going to go into a bear crawl walk. So check it out. You're going to come in and out. And this is your option 1 without the add-on. So the option 2 is once you're out once, you're going to come down and up into a high-low plank. Then you'll walk with the other side and high-low plank on the other lead. Now that's the optional add-on. It definitely challenges the core a little bit more, and it is optional. Keep bracing the abs, look straight down, tuck that chin, and then always know that it's a minute, and then we're going to switch into a supine position, flipping around again. In 15 seconds, do your best. Check it out. You can also hold. If you find that you're getting a little bit fatigued, you can keep the stamina going by just holding that isometric contraction. Okay, go ahead and flip around right here. Okay, next set. We're going to come into extended legs. I want you to lift up with your upper body. We're going to hit scissors. So the extension is nice and long, or you can keep those knees bent, or you can keep the legs bent, or you can have the upper body even down. So there's different varying degrees of how you're going to make this harder. The hardest is lift, straight extension, big reach with those legs. 30 more seconds. And the reason I give you so many different options is so that you have somewhere to go, meaning you can really use this workout over and over again and continue to progress it. Okay, we have one more move coming up. We're gonna go side plank, 30 seconds each side. There is an add-on if you like. As always, 3, 2, 1. Go to your first plank side. And option 1 is hold. Option 2 is going to be straight legs, hold. And then optional number 3 layer, tap front, tap back. So again, throwing off that center of gravity a little bit, just like that seesaw option. 10 more seconds. Switching leads, going back to the top. Yes. If you start to feel a shake, that's good. Flip around here, transition quickly. Now whatever you did on the first lead, repeat it again. Whether you're holding that side with a knee, holding with straight legs, or taking that front to back option. Now if you're taking this option, you can also do it with the knee. I just want to make sure that as you move, the goal is not to sync with the hip. So the stamina is actually that isometric hold, and then that's the extra layer to add a little more dynamic and functional movement. Okay, without breaks, flip around to your center plank. We're gonna do that all again. Same options, same rules apply. Elbows right under your shoulders, option with the knees. Seesaw if you like. Good, the key with the seesaw is as you go forward and back, you wanna maintain really nice straight body, not letting the hips sink at all. And I would not add the seesaw until you can hold that plank on your toes. If you are building stamina from the knee option, that's totally fine. That's the cool thing about each level, is that each level will build stamina. So just find where you're at today and build the stamina from there. The building blocks are there for you to continue to progress it. Good. The other awesome thing about this 15-minute stamina and stretches, after our 10 minutes, you get to celebrate with a beautiful stretch, and it's kind of that gift for our body at the end, the prize at the end of this 10 minutes. Okay, flip around. Full V sweep. So reach overhead, legs extended, come all the way up, and then arms out. This is your full version. Sweep with those arms, lift up. Your option, you're gonna bend the knees, come up. You can even extend at the bottom and come up to a bent knee. You can even roll back and come up to, this is often referred to as roll like a ball, and then freeze. Good. Very nice job. Halfway there. I'll be curious what your favorite is. You'll have to let me know. I don't know if I can decide, however, I really like this move. That's why it started the question. 15 more seconds. We're going into that high plank. We're gonna walk the feet in and out. Option with the arms to go high-low plank. Good, stay in it. You guys, this is the point where it's gonna get real shaky, but this is where we make the biggest progress. Okay, flip around. High plank. Walk the feet in and out. You can stay with this option. You can even hold that bear crawl for a little bit longer. Just make sure you're stacked with wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. If you wanna add on, you're gonna add low to high plank walk as well. Make sure you are alternating. Make sure you keep that chin tucked for me. Good, I only look to the side, honestly, so I can look at you, so you know I'm watching you, watching your form, and also pay attention to the clock, so you can just focus purely on your form. Nice job. Take it down, bring it up, core tight. Looking so good, team. 15 more seconds. We have 2 more moves, and then we get to stretch. Getting ready to flip around. Good, you're almost there. We have our lift with extended legs. Flip around. Decide what option you're going with. Start with your upper body decision. Are you lifting or not? Lower body. You're either scissoring, bent knees. Hey, you can scissor with your upper body down. You can scissor with bent knees with your upper body down. I say first and foremost, try to keep the lift, and then you can choose the extension of the legs. The stamina really here is lifting the upper body and keep on pulling that belly button down towards your spine, really contracting that transverse abdominis. So pull down, feel that scoop, tighten up. That's the hold, and then the extension is gonna be as you build. Now also, if you have tight hamstrings, that extension might be challenging just due to your flexibility. And you know what I'm gonna say there? Do some more flexibility. Work on it. Fitness is all encompassing. Okay, flip around. First lead, side plank, hold, knees or extended option. Option right here, front and back. Isn't that great? Your last move actually is split into 2 30-second moves. Good, really challenge this first side. Then we're gonna switch. Good. You're gonna freeze. Hold. 3, 2, 1, flip around. Last set, 30 seconds. Repeat what you did on the first side. The most important piece is you stay really even. All right, I hope you're excited because for your efforts in the first 10 minutes of this workout, I have such fantastic stretches to finish with. Good. Now on my other side, I did some leg swings in the last 10 seconds. I held. So even I will follow my own rules. You made it. Oh, go ahead and flip around to your back. Bring your knees into your chest. And just relax. You did it. This is the celebration for your body. So bring your knees up and rock side to side. Okay, I have 4 very specific stretches we're gonna do that are gonna leave you feeling absolutely incredible. All right, low back stretch to start. So extend one leg out. Keep this knee in. And now bring it across your body, the opposite direction. Keep your upper back on the ground. Look towards the opposite arm. So I also am really focusing pretty intently on low back, core stretch. You're gonna get a little chest in there. Good, bring your knee back into the center. Switch, so other knee in. And this time you're gonna bring it towards the opposite side and then look towards the opposite arm. So the key feature here is keep your upper back on the floor as best as you can. How you modify that, you just don't go quite as low. You can even use an object here to lean on, but you're not going all the way. There's always options, even in stretching. I want you to start to think of options not as limitations. That's why you never hear me use the word modification, because it's really options. Bring your knee into your chest, bring the other knee to follow, rock up, flip it around. Okay, we've done the scorpion before, which is a fantastic stretch. We're gonna add on to it today. So take your arms out to the side. Now take one leg. The goal is to lift up and now tap your leg behind you. This is usually where we stop. Notice you have your bottom shoulder still connected to the floor. And now I want you to lift that top arm. How good is that? Good, switch sides. Hit the other side. This might become your favorite way to stretch. You're gonna feel your low back. Also, you can keep your gaze forward. You don't have to look up at your arm. And then keep alternating. So I'm watching the clock. I want you to keep going with this stretch for the next, right here, 30 seconds. Taking your time, just make sure you even out on both sides. Static holds, as you know, 20 to 30 seconds. If you want to keep it a little bit more functional and mobile, you can go a little bit quicker between the two. This addition of the arm up, what it's doing is actually allowing us to get a little bit of a deeper stretch through our chest. If it's too much, keep your supporting hand on the floor. Good. Finish your last one. Nice work. I'm such a fan of this one. All right, go ahead and land in the center. I want you to shoot your hips back towards your heels. And this one you know. Go ahead and hit a child's pose. I want you to separate your knees just a little bit. Connect your forehead to the mat or the floor. And just let everything sink. And I want you to think about your hips. And now I want you to think your hips are going kind of back and then pulling up just a tad so you feel those adductors stretch. Good. From here, come up to a quadruped. We're gonna thread the needle. So I want you to slide one arm through. And then just like we did with scorpion, we're gonna stack. So now this arm is going the opposite direction of the scorpion, right? So now we're getting a little of that rear delt in there. And reach. What I tell you, worth it, right? Lift up. Awesome work. Keep going, 20 more seconds here, and then we are gonna do another low back stretch. That is a little bit of an upgrade. If it's too much, you can go back to that first one we did, or in a supine position, knee over and look to the opposite side, or you can add on with me, finish your second side, or at least even out. And decide if you wanna follow me on this next one, or go back to the first low back stretch we did. Okay, so here's how we get in position. Take one leg over the top. You're gonna let this knee that's bent drop towards the floor. And now take this top arm. You're gonna reposition a couple times till you find that right angle. Keep this leg on top. I want you to reach through. And this is gonna stretch your low back. Now look, I reposition a little bit to get a little deeper. But I want you to hold that stretch. And what do you also feel? Your delt as well, right? Now we're gonna hold. We're just gonna do one time each side. You can certainly continue this as much as you want. In fact, you're probably gonna want to. Go ahead and slowly come up. And now we're just gonna switch sides. I'm just gonna turn around so I'm facing the same direction as I twist back so you can see the knee fall. So other side now. Drop that knee towards the floor. Keep that knee bent. And then you reposition a few times as you reach through. Don't be surprised if one side feels a little tighter. And then you can sink into it even a little bit more. Good. Keep going. You should feel that complete wring out of your spine, right? All right, when you're ready, go ahead and slowly come up to a seated position. If you notice, I always end in seated position in a 90-90, ready to do some hip mobility. Thank you guys so much for joining me today in this quick 15 minutes. I hope you come back. Again, you can plug this in as a really awesome core finisher with extra stretch, or if you want to work on that core stamina, you could just add this in as a standalone as many times as you'd like through the week. You do want to take a day off in between. Thank you guys again so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.